In this video, we will see how to identify structures in arm and axilla. Arm has two compartments, anterior or flexor compartment and posterior or extensor compartment. In anterior compartment, there are three muscles, biceps brachii, coracobrachialis and brachialis. So here I am going to show you the structures seen in right arm. So first muscle is biceps. So this muscle is the biceps having fusiform belly. It has two heads, long head and short head. So this is the long head which lies laterally and this is a short head which lies medially. The biceps muscle, the two heads fuse and in lower part they form a tendon. So here we can see this is a tendon of biceps brachii which is inserted on posterior surface of the radial tuberosity. Also medial side of the tendon of biceps gives bicipital aponeurosis. So this is a bicipital aponeurosis which passes downwards and medially across the brachial artery and it is fused with the deep fascia of forearm through which it is attached to the posterior border of ulna. The next muscle is coracobrachialis muscle. So coracobrachialis is a short muscle. So this muscle is the coracobrachialis muscle. It extends from the tip of coracoid process up to the middle 5 cm of medial border of the humerus. So this muscle is the coracobrachialis muscle. The third muscle is brachialis. It lies deep to the lower part of biceps. So this muscle is the brachialis muscle. Brachialis muscle passes downwards in the floor of the cubital fossa and it is inserted on anterior surface of the coronoid process of ulna and ulnar tuberosity. So this is a brachialis muscle. Now coming to the nerve supply. All these three muscles of flexor compartment of arm are supplied by musculocutaneous nerve. It is a branch of lateral cord of brachial plexus having root value C5, C6 and C7. So I will show you the musculocutaneous nerve. So musculocutaneous nerve, how to identify? This nerve is the musculocutaneous nerve. It pierces the coracobrachialis muscle. So this is a musculocutaneous nerve and after piercing coracobrachialis, in arm, it runs downwards and laterally between biceps brachii and brachialis muscle and just above the bend of elbow, it becomes cutaneous. So it pierces deep fascia and continues as lateral cutaneous nerve of forearm which accompanies the cephalic vein. So this is lateral cutaneous nerve of forearm. It supplies the skin of lateral part of front of forearm from elbow to the wrist. So musculocutaneous nerve is muscular in arm which supplies muscles of front of arm and it is cutaneous in forearm. The other nerves I will show you later. Now the other structures seen in arm are along the lateral side we will get cephalic vein. So this is a cephalic vein and the cephalic vein it passes through deltopectoral groove here between pectoralis major and deltoid, pierces the clavipectoral fascia and opens into the axillary vein. Then along the medial side of arm we get the basilic vein. So this is a basilic vein and the two veins they are connected in cubital fossa by median cubital vein. So this is a median cubital vein which is commonly used for taking blood samples for investigations or giving intravenous infusions. So now we will see other structures seen in arm. First structure is brachial artery. So this is a brachial artery. It runs downwards in arm and enters the cubital fossa. So in cubital fossa this brachial artery lies medial to the tendon of biceps muscle. So this is a tendon of biceps and artery lies medial to the tendon. So what is the extent of brachial artery? Brachial artery is a continuation of axillary artery at lower border of teres major. So now we will see where is the teres major. So here this muscle is latissimus dorsi. Here you can see the shiny tendon of latissimus dorsi and above that this muscle is the teres major muscle. The same muscles we can see here. You can see the shiny tendon of latissimus dorsi which winds around the teres major, and together these two muscles form posterior axillary fold. Okay, so this axillary artery, it continues as brachial artery at lower border of teres major muscle, and brachial artery, it terminates at the level of neck of radius. It gives two terminal branches. So here the small superficial branch, this is a radial artery, and a large deep branch, this is called as ulnar artery. The brachial artery, it is accompanied by vena committant. So these veins which are present along the artery are the vena committants accompanying the brachial artery. The next structure is basilic vein. So here this is a basilic vein. Basilic vein, it unites with vena committants accompanying the brachial artery, and together they form axillary vein. So this is an axillary vein. Now what is the relation of vein with the artery? The axillary vein, this is axillary vein, it lies medial to the axillary artery. So this is an axillary artery, and vein lies medial to the axillary artery. Now coming to the important nerves present in the arm and axilla. So first nerve we have already seen, that is a musculocutaneous nerve which pierces coracobrachialis and supplies muscles of anterior compartment of arm. The next nerve is this nerve. This is a median nerve. Median nerve, it is formed by union of two roots. This is lateral root and this is medial root. And these two roots unite with each other in front of third part of axillary artery. So this is a third part of axillary artery. Okay. So you can see here, this is a axillary artery and this is a third part of axillary artery in front of which the two roots of median nerve unite. Then the median nerve in arm, it passes from lateral to medial side. So it crosses the brachial artery from lateral to medial side, and in cubital fossa it is medial most structure. It leaves the cubital fossa by passing between two heads of pronator teres. So this is a median nerve. Then other nerves seen are between axillary artery and axillary vein. There are two nerves. In superficial plane, this is medial cutaneous nerve of forearm. And this medial cutaneous nerve of forearm, it is a branch of medial cord of brachial plexus, and it accompanies the basilic vein and passes in the roof of cubital fossa, and then it supplies the skin of medial side of front of forearm. So this is medial cutaneous nerve of forearm. Then in deep plane, there is a ulnar nerve which lies between axillary artery and axillary vein. So this is ulnar nerve. So how to identify ulnar nerve? Ulnar nerve, it passes on medial side of brachial artery and pierces medial intermuscular septum at the level of insertion of coracobrachialis muscle, and then it runs behind medial epicondyle. So here is the medial epicondyle, and the nerve which passes behind medial epicondyle is the ulnar nerve. So this is the ulnar nerve. Ulnar nerve is a branch of medial cord of brachial plexus having root value C7, C8 and T1. Also here I will show you the branches of posterior cord of brachial plexus. So before that I will show you few muscles. This is subscapularis muscle which arises from subscapular fossa. Here the serratus anterior muscle which is inserting on medial border, it is cut. This is a part of latissimus dorsi which is attached to the inferior angle of scapula. This is also latissimus dorsi, and this is teres major muscle. Now coming to the posterior cord. So this is a posterior cord of brachial plexus. It gives 5 branches. First branch is upper subscapular nerve. Upper subscapular nerve supplies subscapularis muscle. The next nerve is nerve to latissimus dorsi or thoracodorsal nerve. This nerve, it supplies latissimus dorsi muscle. Here we can see it is piercing the latissimus dorsi muscle. The third branch is lower subscapular nerve. Lower subscapular nerve, it supplies two muscles. One branch, it supplies subscapularis, and the other branch, it supplies the teres major muscle. So two muscles are supplied by lower subscapular nerve, subscapularis and teres major. The next branch is axillary nerve. So this is a axillary nerve. It is also called as circumflex nerve. And this nerve, it passes through quadrangular space and winds around the surgical neck of humerus and supplies deltoid and teres minor muscle. So this is an axillary nerve. And the last branch of posterior cord is the radial nerve. It is the thickest branch of brachial plexus. So this is a radial nerve. So I'll show you the 5 branches again. This is upper subscapular nerve supplying subscapularis. This is nerve to latissimus dorsi or thoracodorsal nerve. Then this is lower subscapular nerve which supplies subscapularis and teres major muscle. This is axillary nerve. Axillary nerve supplies deltoid and teres minor muscle. And this is a radial nerve. Radial nerve supplies the extensors of arm, that is triceps, and extensor muscles of forearm. So now we will see the posterior compartment of arm. This is a posterior aspect of arm, and in posterior compartment of arm there is only one muscle, that is triceps. Triceps has 3 heads: long head, medial head and lateral head. So this is a long head of triceps, this is lateral head of triceps, and medial head lies deep to these all muscles. The nerve supply of triceps is radial nerve. So here I have cut the lateral head of triceps, and we can see the radial nerve over here along with profunda brachii vessels passing in a radial groove. So this is a radial nerve along with profunda brachii vessels passing in a radial groove of humerus. So this is all about the topic. Thank you.